Hello everyone, this is Slide with another review. Today we've got Cybertronian Transformation Jazz. Now, I know he's from a specific line. I believe he's from the Buzzworthy Bumblebee line, which, god, that thing is rarer than, I don't know. It's like finding a unicorn in real life. It is crazy rare to find the Bumblebee line. So this guy was actually ordered in. Got him a while ago, but now I'm deciding to do a review on him. And he is a amazing figure. I absolutely love their Cybertronian transformation figures overall. I think their transformation can be a bit difficult sometimes, and with certain figures, they rely a lot on heavy kibble due to their very boxy transformations. Jazz, though, pulls it off phenomenally. He looks great. All he's missing is just the wings, but I mean, come on. It gives him some differentiation between this form and his 86 form, which I will be reviewing soon, but I'm going to buy the new 86 form when that comes out. And I do want to mention quickly, this will be one of the last times that I mention, plans to this channel, because I want the reviews to just be the review themselves. But I will be doing actual unboxings properly, out of box 2 figure, which they will probably be a little bit longer than these videos, which I know the videos are already long enough, and you guys have places to be. You guys don't have to be here all day, so I understand. But I do want to do some proper out-of-box straight unboxings. So figures that are coming up that I'm going to review, they'll be like that. But anyways, let's get straight into it with Jazz. So, to start off with, let's quickly do his posability, or not posability, you know what I mean. Geez, the words actually just escaped me. Anyways, you know what I mean. So, rotations, there you go. So head, you can do a full 360. Very nice. You can look up that far, look down that far. Very nice, very nice. Then he has a full 360 rotation in the arm. You do kind of have to splay it outward a little bit just because of his back kibble here, because you got lots of kibble. He is incredibly accurate to how we see him in the 86 show, and overall just how we see him in the first episode, which is what this is based off of. And when we get to his transformation, that looks amazing. When you see his transformation compared to how he looks right now, he looks like a brand new figure. Anyways, more on rotation. He's got an elbow joint, moves up about 90 degrees, moves back a tiny bit, but not that much. He can move in and out like that. That does a full 360. It's full 360. Wrist does not have any movement, like unless if you want to count the in and out movement, but that's for transformation. So we'll leave that as is. Coming down to the legs, you can kick out a little further than 90 degrees. I'll put his arm up like that, a little further than 90, and kick back a little less than 90, just because of all his kibble. And at the knee, you can bend a little under 90 degrees. Move that like this, you can see that there. So just a little bit under 90 degrees there, but not too bad. His leg can't really bend forward that much. Like, that's for him standing normal. And then that's like the little bit of forward motion you get. He does have a ankle swivel or ankle pivot, so that's always nice. And his toes can bend due to transformation, so if that helps your pose or whatever you're trying to do, then that is appreciated. Anyways, let's get straight into accessories. So for this guy, he comes with his blaster, which is just a plain black blaster. Got a little peg there, so he has a little hole on the back that you can plug that into when, holstered. And of course, in his hand here, you can plug that in there, and away Jazz goes. And he also comes with this little grapple hook. And now, what I showed you earlier with the transformation sort of with his arm, you can bend his hand in, and that reveals another little connector part that you can actually plug this into, which I believe I have in the thumbnail. Yeah, he's got his little grapple hook there, and you can actually take this out as well, so he can have that just empty little slot if there's anything else you want to put in there. It is actually blast effect compatible, so maybe you can have, Jazz getting his hand blasted off, I don't know, whatever you're trying to do with that. But yeah, you get this on. Let me see if I can just hold it up to the camera in my hand. This little hook, or grapple, or whatever you want to call it, and so that just slides in there. And then I believe this is how he was sort of advertised on the box. If you take his gun, you can actually plug these together, and there you go, you get like a little grapple gun. So you can go from having a blaster to a grapple gun, which it looks a little too long for my liking. Like, the gun takes up a lot of the space when it's got the grapple hook attached to it, so I prefer it as more like a Cybertronian transformation with his arm or whatever. But anyways, those are all of his accessories, and we'll get onto transformation now. Okay, and here we are in transformation mode. Now, as I said earlier, you can see how well he just compacts into this Cybertronian form, and you can obviously see the old grill there, but, when it's in this form, come on, I mean, you can't get much better than this. The way he looked in that first episode is exactly this. This is it. So, I think they did a brilliant job with this. Like, even, those are his feet, compact there, turned into boosters or thrusters, and he does just sit on his arms like that, so he has no sort of maneuverability there. You just kind of drag him along the ground, but I wouldn't recommend that because that just scratches away at the paint. The doors can, open. What I mean by that is, well, actually it's kind of difficult to do, but they do click in. I'll show you that. They click into his arm here, and they also click in here, so it's kind of difficult to do, but if you don't click it in properly, you can open and close the doors, but I mean, you don't really need to. This is how the transformation was designed, and it is brilliant. I really, really love this transformation. I can't tell you, when I first got this guy, how much I love just transferring him back and forth, and this transformation is just amazing. It's gorgeous, and the large Autobot insignia there on the hood, and even the large grille, it's just all very, very nicely done. And now we get to his accessories and how they combine with this form. So here in the top here, you can just plug in the gun, and away you go. Get Jazz shooting at some Decepticons as he hovers past on Cybertron. And unfortunately for the hook, there's not really any way to put it unless if you put it on one of the back bits here. But I mean, if it wants to behave itself, I'll hold that down there. So yeah, I guess you can put it there like that, but that just looks kind of odd. So your best bet here is probably just this is where you can combine the two together, and there you go. You can have grapple hook, vehicle mode, Jazz. So not too bad. And he also feels really nice and just sleek. Like, looking at this guy, I don't know if the camera does it justice, but he is super sleek. Which again matches really, really well to the show. And I do love how Hasbro love adding all these little details onto the vehicle modes and just the bots themselves in these modern figures. But I'm really glad they've left most of him just sleek white plastic, because it makes him just look so aerodynamic. And I think for a futuristic sports car bot, it's perfect, and it's exactly how it looked in the show for that brief period we saw it before we see one of the coolest Decepticons, Soundwave. But this is great alt mode. I can't get over this alt mode. But anyways, before I see it too long taking up too much of your time, we'll get back to my final thoughts. Okay, now we are back with Jazz in robot mode with my final thoughts on the figure. I think, unfortunately, as much as I love this figure and as much as I would love to say go out and buy him, due to him being a part of the buzzworthy Bumblebee line, I'd say he's going to be way too pricey. If you find him for a good price, get him. He is super nice figure. I've had no real problems. Like, I guess the only problem I kind of have is when you get him into transformation mode and get him out of transformation. Well, there you go. That's a bit of a problem, I guess. His hand has just come off. But anyways, when you get him into transformation or out of transformation mode, I find it a bit of a problem with his doors just being very, very tight. But I guess that is their way of securing that the figure is going to stay in transformation and stay well. But he also does feel a little bit snap happy, especially with those clear plastic connectors. I hate clear plastic connectors due to just the fact that they tend to be the plastic that snaps the most. But I've owned this guy for a while now and he has not snapped at all. He's in great condition. I'd say if you can find one for a good price, definitely pick him up. But I would definitely love to be comparing this guy to the 86 accurate Jazz once that releases. Well, obviously he released previously, but I never picked up that one. So when the new one releases and I do a proper unboxing of him, we'll compare them. But yeah, I'd say if you can find this guy for a good deal, pick him up. If not, maybe wait until they release him in a line that's not the buzzworthy line, sort of like they're doing with Cybertronian Bumblebee, which I will also be picking up, so stay tuned for that. But with that, I think that concludes my Cybertronian transformation Jazz. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.